anyone ever dumps something hazardous at Quincy's recycling drop-off sites, there will be a plan in place to pay for it. WGEM Shakayla McCamick was at the City Council meeting tonight, and she joins us live outside of City Hall. So Shakayla, how will city officials ensure that?
Mackenzie, they're going to buy insurance to cover it. The council approved an invoice from Marsh USA of Chicago for pollution liability service at the city's 3 recycling drop-off sites. Only one person voted no tonight. Fourth ward Alderman Mike Farha questioned why the city would need the coverage when there are already cameras set up to catch anyone dumping hazardous waste. Public Works Director Jeffrey Conti explained one of the reasons the insurance is still needed.
Partly because the landowners have requested that we carry this, since they're giving us the ground at no charge, that they feel better protected if they have the pollution liability insurance. I think that's the primary reason.
The invoice says the insurance will cost about $16,000. Meanwhile, the Quincy City Council rejected a bid from Reese Construction for the airport's terminal building foundation settlement repair project because the price exceeds the original budget amount. Quincy's airport director says there was an error in paperwork, but he will soon revisit it. Live in Quincy, Shakayla McCamick, WGEM News.
All right, thank you, Shakayla. And you can find a list of other topics discussed at tonight's meeting on our website, WGEM.com.